It was great to have such a great turnout for the Serbs for Trump. Obviously, we're very honored that there's this many Serbs out in this region and people that came out. We need President Trump to get back in office, and the Serbs are going to hopefully get us that because of the foreign policy of President Trump projecting strength. President Trump talking about prosperity and unity, and I think those are things that are so needed right now in the Balkan region. Stop the victimization of Serbia forever. Look, we've acknowledged the bad things in the past that have happened in Serbia, and the Serbian people, along with everyone else, have healed and need to move on, and we need to have prosperity for the future. A forward-looking president with forward-looking policies is really what we need to have in Serbia.
Great. And we know that you have been on the forefront of supporting the better ties between the U.S. and Serbia. Can you tell us more about how you see this developing if President Trump wins?
I think right now, of course, our U.S. relationship with, whether it's the Middle East and now, of course, the Balkans, we've forgotten again how important the Balkans are. And I think that under President Trump, I think under Richard Grenell and others who led the way in the State Department to make sure that we focus on what's happening in the Balkans. And I think that's what we have to. That's one of the things we have to do. We have, an unfortunate situation unfolding because of the weakness of President Biden, because of the wrong policies of President Biden. And I think that we can overcome those if we have President Trump there. We have people like Rick Grenell, Ambassador Chris Hill has actually been helpful. And people like I'm going to fight the fight. I want to make sure that someone like me, I'm not an expert in the Balkans by any means, but I've spent a lot of time there. I've devoted a lot of my love and my attention to it. And I really care about the people that are there, and I think they deserve the right to have prosperity in the future. These people have been through a lot over the history of mankind, all kinds of wars and occupations that happened in the Balkan region. And we want to see Serbia great again. We want to see the whole region prosper. And I think Serbia is going to be so critically important because of its economy, because of the entrepreneurship of the Serbian people, and because the size of Serbia alone, just the number of people there, and the resources they can bring, the industry, the manufacturing, all can bring us back and bring a better, prosperous Balkan region that we've never seen before. And I think that's the future, and that's the vision that President Trump and people like me can see for that region. I've tried so hard to get the Biden administration to focus on how important the Balkans are, and I don't seem to be able to make a lot of headway on that.
Yeah, you have mentioned to me that you met with Albin Kurti at the Munich conference, and what did you tell him?
Well, I had a fortunate opportunity to actually have a bilateral meeting with a number of members of Congress and Albin Kurti and his team. I was very forthright with him. I told him a lot of the issues that I had with their violations that were substantive of the Brussels Accords and how that wasn't acceptable. The change in the currency that affected the pensions of the Serbian minority that are living in Kosovo, and these were negatives. And he was surprised that somebody actually knew enough about the region to challenge him on these things. And I think we need to do that. We need to hold Kurti accountable. He is the disruptor in that region. It is not Serbia, it is Kurti. And even the Albanians are starting to recognize that Kurti is a problem. They're reaching out more and more to Serbia because they too want prosperity in the region.